Well, good evening. Tonight we have multiple journalists looking into money problems in a few different Western New York governments. In just a few minutes, Claudine Ewing will join us with new information connected with a financial mess in the Erie County Parks Department. But we begin our lineup with a closer look at the financial situation in Niagara Falls. We told you months ago it's anything but good. Today we obtained new information that shows it is even worse than we first thought. 2 on your side's Dave McKinley is up in the Falls with a story you will see only on 2. Dave?
Mary Alice, we obtained that new information from what I'm holding in my hands right now. Take a look at this, please. It is a draft audit obtained by 2 on your side, warning of a potential and likely financial train wreck facing the Cataract City due to circumstances both within and beyond its control.
As to what's in its control, the report knocks the city's pattern of using casino revenues, which have steadily decreased in recent years, to balance its budget to the point where those funds have now been nearly depleted, finding that instead of cutting back, city officials increased the amount of casino revenue to balance the budget in recent years. We wanted to speak with the man in charge all these years, but Mayor Paul Deister was not made available to us. Instead, the city served up its own comptroller, Daniel Morello, on the job for all of 6 months.
And really, I can't really speak of what's been done in the past, not being around, not being here, being new to my position.
But he insists there are inaccuracies in the State Comptroller's draft audit that don't square with what the city's doing or has done to right its financial ship.
And certain plans that we have are not necessarily reflected in that report.
Name one discrepancy.
Well, we're working with them now to note that, and I can't really speak of it. It's a draft report. Well, it's a draft report that isn't complete.
He did go so far as to dispute the draft report's assertion that city officials did not develop a multi-year financial plan as recommended in an audit 4 years ago.
Well, we do have a long-term financial plan.
So when it says here city officials did not develop a multi-year financial plan, that's incorrect?
Again, as I stated before, when we met with them last week to go over the draft report, we went over inaccuracies that they had identified in the report.
Well, if you recall, I asked you to name one discrepancy. It seems like this would be one based on what you just said.
Yeah, and there are various other ones as well. However, again, I don't really want to speak of it.
Compounding things is what's beyond the city's control. The stalemate between the state and the Seneca Nation, which has cut off casino money entirely, and with reserve funds projected to be gone by the end of this year, threatens to create a $12 million deficit for the city by next year.
What happens then?
Well, we anticipate, an agreement coming.
Even though the audit warns casino revenues are unreliable revenues.
I guess what the comptroller is saying is you can't anticipate that.
Yeah, and that's, in terms of, again, the wording within that report, we're working with them to better reflect the current situation.
The new comptroller, at least the guy who's been on the job for 6 months, who you heard from in our report tonight, insists that they are working on a series of efficiencies to improve the city's financial lot. He didn't elaborate too much about what those are, but we could learn a lot more about them in about a month or so. That's when Mayor Paul Deister is due to present his budget for the upcoming fiscal year. Reporting live in Niagara Falls, Dave McKinley, Channel 2 News.